Hello friends, it's Armstrong here from Other Miniatures, and today I want to do something with this crappy little car. I bought it in one of those sets with the, like planes and whatever else. So I was just thinking, that even though it is kind of a crap diecast piece, it can still make a decent Gaslands piece. Yeah? So let's just get on the table, start building and see what I'm gonna come up with. Yeah, the only real bonus of this is actually that there is a screw on the bottom, so you can actually just remove the screw and put the piece, into pieces. Yeah, that sentence sounded better in my head when I said it. But yeah, let's just get on the table and start building. Here I have prepared most of the parts that we're gonna be using for this build. So what I want to do with him, I want to make him somewhat of a pickup / camper. So what I'm gonna have to do, definitely get rid of those little knobs, because this was actually a box for one of those airplane pieces. Yeah, it was the luggage box, and I want to do it this way and cut off those knobs, cover that hole. Then of course I want to add some extra exhaust pipes, and for weaponry I was thinking, this little triple cannon on the roof. And as well, for the back I want to put this as a maybe mine dispenser or something like that. And those little knob pipes in here, which I'm just pointing at, yep, here, they are just slices of the inside of the soap dispenser. There's like a little pipe in there. So yeah, let's just start building. And I was thinking about changing the wheels in it, yeah, but actually decided against it. I know that I haven't do a wheel swap in a while, but I'm trying, to at least make one video a week, and I'm struggling lately. It's more of I would say, it's not that I really do not have time for that, it's that I cannot get myself organized again, to do it on time. Yeah, so there we go, that's the real reason, no excuses given properly. Yeah, so there you go. And I always have some projects sitting on my desk waiting for me to complete. I have already 2 more of the what do you call it, civilized orcs builds waiting for me to actually complete them. So there is always something, yeah, but me, I get to the weird point when I'm thinking, oh, I have to make video, but because I have to make video, I don't gonna do something because I want to make video out of it, and then I'm blocking myself from actually making anything, which is probably the dumbest option to do. So now those mines, I'm just gonna put them in here, so just 2 lines of super glue, probably roughly like that. There we go. And now we just have to get that super glue to dry off quickly. That really helps. So we have this sorted out, and I was thinking about armoring the windows, yeah, because of course when we are building this kind of cars, armoring the window would be beneficial probably, but in a short run I just decided against it, just because I don't know, like I have so many cars which are so armored that it is just incredible. So I wanted to do something, well, heavier at the same time as lighter, when it comes to armor. So now let's just get this. I prepared it actually for a different build and decided that it's going to be good for this one. So I'll just drop some super glue. Of course, nothing. Lovely. Yep, now I have boxes upon boxes of super glue. Oh, I always have a lot of super glue at home, but now when I'm doing the videos from time to time, I really I think that I went overboard. Yeah, so let's go. And now what I wanted to do, I want to have them, you know, roughly just going like that and stick on the side of the well, little housey teeny wing. Yeah, so I just put it like that, and then the little rubber band gonna naturally fold. Yeah, and it's gonna go under the doorway, then over this, and we're gonna be able to stick it on the hood. So I just start doing that. And I know that I usually cut everything before I glue it, but I want to experiment with my entire idea of doing these builds. So yeah. Okay, so I have this up to this point, and then it's gonna be bending somewhere in here, so let's just go slip. Of course I failed miserably, because why not? Alright. And now let's just do a little bit of knob of super glue in here. And of course, like always, I forgot where are my forceps, whatever you call that. Sorry, English is eluding me today. Oh, come on, almost there. There we go, that's better. Nope. Just doesn't want to work with me. Stay. Okay, that's perfect. So you have it stuck to the hood. And yeah, I think that with the next one, I'm just gonna go from the other side, because yeah, that was harder than necessary. But I don't think that that piece of rubber gonna be big and long enough. Nope, definitely not. So I'm just gonna grab the next one from my little bunch in here. I always just search for this little point where the two of them are actually glued together. As it cuts better, in my opinion. So let's start from this side this time around and put it on the other side of the car. So hood first. And then around the wheel well and here. So there we go. And I actually want it to be a little bit loose, you know, like sticking up, because it kind of gives a look of more of flexibility. Not that it really matters in this case, but yeah. So there we go. And now this is gonna go roughly to probably here. Okay, come on. So yeah, of course, everyone, if you use the blades, be careful, you know, don't cut towards yourself, try to don't lose your fingers, you know the story. Every other YouTuber is repeating it 1,000 times over. Yeah. Because, well, it's true, you're not supposed to be cutting to yourself, but to be honest, you're supposed to know how to cut and how to have the blade control. Yeah, if I gonna cut myself, I gonna know that it was exactly because I messed up. I did lose my blade control. And I'm not gonna be blaming a YouTuber that I watched. And I'm assuming that most of the people would be exactly the same. But still, you know, those warnings have to be said on the video. Just for the younger audience. Because even this video is not, you know, not prepared for kids. Someone younger may watch it and, you know, get the wrong impressions. So there we go. Now, yeah, do I really want to add those rings in here to show it? Nah, I'm gonna ignore it. Not doing myself extra work. So yeah, what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go and spray this one out. Yeah, and I'll be back once it is all dry, so probably in about 10 minutes because I have a hairdryer. So yeah, be right back. Okay, so very small amount of time has passed, like only maybe 5-6 hours. Yeah, not a couple of days. So it's a success for me, you know how I roll. So let's just get the windows just painted blue, like, you know, like I tend to when I really want to avoid doing the proper paint job on them. And of course I'm using the contrast because I use the contrast primer, what is called the Corax White primer. Yeah, so you know, this entire paint job gonna be probably contrast with a little bit of black later on, and metallics, of course, dry brushing, because with my paint jobs we cannot avoid dry brushing metallics. Yeah. So you can see that I didn't remove any paint before, you know, no tampons was removed because you can actually still see a trace of the original one on this one. And you know, this paint job isn't a very good one so far. I took a little bit too square of a brush. And on the other hand, the bigger brush I can get away with using, the better. Okay, maybe it was better to actually paint the windows before even applying the weapons, yeah? But okay. This one is painted, the windows at least. So let's just wash that brush. Nice. Dry it off. And now again, contrast paints, and the entire body gonna go red. Yeah, I'm gonna only leave the parts that I want to have metallic, non-painted. So what I'm gonna leave is the pipes in here, the entire piping here, weapons and the wheels. Yeah, and the rest of the car is just going into red color because, you know, reasons. Yeah, so yep. And you know, since they are contrast, this is a contrast paint. You can see for some reason it just doesn't want to stick on this surface. It's probably gonna be too thin layer coats, too thin coats job. Yeah, so I'll be right back after I have this all in red. So now that I have this all painted up, you know, the red, the blue, the black, yeah, it's time for doing my favorite thing, a little bit of a dry brushing. So yeah, when I wasn't recording, I made myself a dry palette, which seems to be doing rounds around the internet lately. Yeah, and it turned out to be not a bad idea, to be honest. Yeah, so the entire idea is this, that you get rid of the excess paint on that, and you are able to see, you know, how the paint behaves on the brush. Yeah, so I want about this much to go on. So yeah, it's a quite good idea, whoever came up with it. Yeah, I'm jealous because, well, I've been using different surfaces to test my dry brush, but it never came to my mind, you know, to just do the simplest thing. Yeah, so whoever came up with the original dry palette, yeah, they are, well, I would say much more perceptive than me, because they came up, you know, with the idea that is very, very good and very useful to us. Yeah, and this was always staring me at least, you know, in the face, because I like dry brushing as a technique. It's probably one of the easiest and most rewarding technique for the beginners. Yeah, especially with the black undercoat and the metallic paint. And of course in here I'm not using dry brushing because this entire rubber band is taking the paint like there is no tomorrow, so it's always better just to use normally apply the paint to it. Oh, there we go. Cat alarm just recognized that I'm recording a video, so yep. And then a little bit of a dry brushing on the pipes. And with the pipes, with the ends of them, it's always good to actually leave more of a darker side on that. It is, a lot of soot or whatever from the exhausts. But that I never do that. It's just, if you want to be better than me, then definitely you can go for that idea. Oh yeah, I forgot about the discs on the back, which are supposed to be the mines to be dropped. And there we have it. And the wheel hubcaps, whatever they are called. You know that I'm horrible when it comes to stuff on the car. It's so weird that I got into that game, when I'm not interested in automotive stuff, It's maybe not that I'm not interested, it's that I have no knowledge of it. Usually Hector the cat gives me the information about cars, and Aaron would be throwing some of them as well. So then, a little bit of a Nuln oil never hurt anyone on a paint job. Yeah, so I just grab some Nuln oil. And do I have any longer bristle brushes to on hand? Yeah, they would be always here, and then the moment I need them, they would be elsewhere. So I want something that's gonna take more paint. Maybe this. This is a bit of an overkill, yeah, but I want to have more of a, especially like in here when I didn't manage to cover the white paint, or in here I want to add that paint to just darken it down, because it's not gonna cause any big issues on the car itself, but it's gonna hide the, well, this paint job is full of imperfections by purpose, but still, whatever I messed up, I can cover in the Nuln oil or Argos Earthshade, because those two tones are really good at doing that job. Yeah, and dirtying up the car as well. So just go around and cover my mess ups with it. So the front is sufficiently dirty. Okay, let's leave it like that. Oh. And now let's go with a little bit of a black. So I need my couple of drops of black, and the metallic that I was using, just raw as it is. Yeah, and we're gonna pick up a couple of places where there's gonna be bigger scratches on the car. So let's go in here. It's gonna be scratched up. Wow, I went a little bit heavy on the paint. Let's leave it for now to dry, and let's say this part is gonna be banked up, and around here. And I know that I didn't use that before, but it is something that from time to time we are using on Space Marines. Maybe around here. and around here. So now I just have to wait for that paint to dry off, at least a little bit. So and I think that this one is okay. And what we do next is just take a little bit of the metallic paint and apply it next to the black. Yeah, leaving a little bit of the black still showing. And this is gonna just show a brand new damage to the car. Yeah, something that just chipped off. Yeah, so we have one. There was another one on the other side, just on the doorway. And again, yeah, let's try to do it so I don't gonna cover the entire black. It can be a little bit excessive, yeah, especially with me. Yeah, and I'm not very good at that technique, but you know that I always like to try new stuff, and I'm gonna get better with time. And then we have the fourth one in here. So let's just get there. So basically the entire idea is this, that the black paint is showing the kind of a shadow, and then you know this is a chip showing being there. So there we go. All right. And now the probably most satisfying part of this entire thing, always the dirtying it up with pigments. Yeah, but I learned my lesson from the last 2 times that the pigments are much more messy than my pastels. Yeah, so instead of not using anything under it, I just gonna be using this piece of paper towel to cover it. And now, you know, wherever I want those pigments, they're not gonna be showing that well on this, because well, orange on red doesn't show that much, but this lighter one, it's gonna probably be showing very nicely. Yep. So because I still have a wet Nuln oil, I want to use it actually as kind of adhesive to this. So this time around it's gonna be more of this a beigey rust than the dark red rust. So like I said, dark red rust wouldn't show up on that almost at all. Alright, so wow, I just scoop it up like with a spoon. Maybe a little bit of that dark red. Okay, and I think that that's it. Yeah. So I'm just gonna grab the spin table after, of course, all of this dries off, and we will see how it turned out. And as well, you know, since I have so much of it on the paper towel, I just use it to dirty up the wheels a little bit. Yeah, because otherwise it's gonna be wasted completely, and in this case it's just gonna stuck to the wheels. And they're gonna be the nooses on any playing table, so I'm probably gonna have to make a base for this one. But yeah, I'll be back in a few minutes with a spin table. And there we have this monstrosity finished. So yeah, I'm not very happy with it. It's okay, yeah. That's what I can say. I thought in my head it was looking much better. Yeah, the front is fine. Yeah, the little extra box kind of screw up the look of it, in my opinion. But you know, this is just, you know, a experiment again. You know, every single car that I build is pretty much an experiment. I don't have a figure out formula for cars looking, you know, just perfect. Yeah, but you can see, you know, that it's something different. Yeah, so it's gonna go to my collection, and maybe one day it's gonna be passed on to someone else. But yeah, if you like this video, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends and family and whoever else want to watch it. And everybody have a great day and take care. Bye.